Hi everyone, I'm Insha Noreen from CNS Media, journalist at Food Ingredients First. Today, I'm pleased to be joined by Claus Andersen, Senior Category Manager for Dairy at Arla Foods Ingredients. He's here to talk to us about the dairy industry's upcycling efforts and meeting the rising demand for protein-rich foods. Thank you for joining us today, Claus. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for letting me be in the interview. Thank you.
Welcome. And I want to start by asking you about what are the main issues that you think the dairy industry is facing nowadays when it comes to tackling waste?
I think it is to get the full potential out of the raw material milk. So you can say that all the milk that comes to the dairies also goes to the consumers and are used. And today is not 100% the case, as you have a lot of what so-called technically acid whey coming from a lot of dairy product separation processes. You also have some permeate, and you have some cheese cut-offs. There's also a lot of fresh dairy products such as yogurt, etc. Quite substantial part that because of the short shelf life don't reach the consumers, are sent back from the supermarkets and waste, etc.
Okay. And when it comes to your company, Arla Food Ingredients, what are some of the recent solutions that you can tell us about that can help dairies reduce their waste by process like upcycling?
So the issue of upcycling of dairy waste, or buy streams, as we like to call them, because it is a buy stream from dairy processing, which in itself is a very good raw material. Actually, it's not a bad thing, because waste is actually quite negative when you think about it. Buy stream is more open, and we have been working for many years, and then over the years also launched different solutions and campaigns how to tackle this. We have both solutions to avoid the acid whey buy streams, which we call our high yield concepts, which goes for both cheese products, fresh dairy products, etc. But we also have a new concept coming in later this year, where we address the issue of upcycling the acid whey into nutritious dairy products, where in the formulations we have more than 80% acid whey, and we have a high protein claim of all of them, and we think that they are really things fits very good together.
Okay. And recently, there is a new fermented beverage concept in South America that Arla Food Ingredients has come up with. Would you like to expand on that?
Yes, that is true, and that is what I just talked about here, meaning that you have a kind of drinkable yogurt, meaning with live bacterials, and also you can have with standard, low, or even with high protein content, depending on the consumers and the markets that they want to address, and based on acid whey, meaning this is simply recipes with 50 to 80% of acid whey, plus maybe some cream, then some proteins that can withstand the lower pH from the acid whey during the processing without flocculating and making a bad taste and texture, etc., and ending up in new dairy products which can be brought to the market.
Okay. And you just talked about the protein content, right? We have seen that Innova Market Insights data has shown that there are about 42% of consumers who consider protein to be a very important ingredient in their food. So are there any solutions from the company that can help dairy manufacturers increase their protein content in various dairy products like cheese?
Indeed, there is, as you mentioned, what has happened in the last 5 years in the all dairy markets globally is something a wave that I think we have not seen before in the dairy industry. The high protein concept, the high protein trend is really all over the place. We know it from yogurts, we know it from cottage cheese, and we also now know it from cheese products, as you mentioned, and we know it from dessert products, beverages, all kinds. We have identified more than 12 different dairy products that are part of this trend. And it is not easy to make, for example, a drinkable yogurt with just as much protein inside as you find, for example, in a skyr yogurt or a Greek yogurt, because the protein from nature will make the product very thick. But here you want to drink it. So that is in opposite direction. And in other applications, you need to have a UHT treatment to have a ambient shelf-stable dessert, for example. So what does these things mean that I'm talking about is that you need some proteins that to do the job that can go up in the protein with still having a texture and a texture that is similar to standard product. And so that should be good, they should be delicious, and also they should be able to come through the manufacturing process without any problems. And such proteins we have in Arla Foods Ingredients.
Okay, great insights, Klaus. And I think it would be good to wrap up this interview with your insights about the future plans that the company has for the dairy products.
Yes, we are 100% sure that this high protein trend has not reached the top yet. We are maybe 1/3 up the mountain or something like that. So we will continue our effort in developing our solutions and our ingredients for the high protein dairy portfolio as such. Also meaning going higher in the protein for our producers to add more claims to the packages, instead not only high protein, also whey protein, also BCAA, and more things to come in the future, because this is what the consumers are looking for.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Klaus, for your insights. Have a nice day.
No reason. Nice day to you as well.